I'm leaving Logan to catch the T. My destination, Blueberry Street. Yeah, I'm in Boston, and it feels so good. I'm so excited. I got my tickets to see the Pats play, and then the Celtics, and a Fenway game, and it feels so good. And it feels so good. So good, so good. We pump our fists up in the air. So good, so good. We're living proud, so we shout it loud, and it feels so good. We spend the summer down at the Common, and in the winter we cheer the Bruins. The weather doesn't make the city, it's the people, and it feels so good. And it feels so good. So good, so good. We pump our fists up in the air. So good, so good. We're living proud, so we shout it loud, and it feels so good. And it feels so good. So good, so good. So we never really care. So good, so good. And we work all day and we play all night, and it feels so good. Well, on a Friday night, we'll still start a fight. Yeah, she'll bash a bottle right off your head. She'll give you a smile, well, you talk for a while, but you're never gonna get in her bed. She's got a body of a goddess, mind like a man. She'll always tell you where she stands, 'cause she's been drinking with the boys, talking about them dirty things that she enjoys. She wears her shirts real low, her skirts real high.
There we go. That should work. But good morning, motherfuckers. How are you? I hope everyone is well. If you don't like the profanity, well, hit the X, get the fuck out. That's just the way it is here. You don't like it, go fuck yourself. But I'm glad you're here. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. I got my coffee, got your coffee, or whatever alcohol you need to get through today. Everyone's a little different, so I don't judge. We got a lot of things on board here. My little news bits and stuff, things I want to shoot the shit about. If you have anything, please send them my way. We'll talk about it. Hope all is well. I hope it sounds good now, Patty. I see your comments. I'm trying to pay attention to all fucking 10 things at once here. Let's see. One of the things I gotta mention that intro song. The credits so good. The Boston song is called. Gotta check them out. It's a great little group. They gave me the license to use it for my intro. Very nice. I'll share more on them soon. I got to do a whole bunch of stuff online, get them involved more. Just want to let's see. So the first news bit I have, oh my goodness, it's gonna be no crying in baseball. Well, in the next spring there could be a little bit of crying going on. Fucking Joe Biden trying to delay the baseball season. Have you heard this shit? So the Biden administration has reached out to Major League Baseball, and what they want to do is they're trying to delay the season. They want to delay the season. They also MLB is considering shortening the season by about not much, by about 10 games or so. However, the players say, "Hey, not so fast." They don't really agree to all that. They refuse to meet with them when the administration met with MLB execs. The Players Association did not take part in those meetings. That way, they could avoid being pressured into something such as delaying the season or other things. The union said by scheduling their own discussion with the same officials later, they were able to avoid hearing what government representatives suggested to MLB, which is a 1 month delay. Like I said, they also suggested shortening the season. MLB was looking to propose a 154 game season versus 162, so 8 games shorter. Um, but the players say they rejected it. The Players Association rejected it, saying to them that wasn't a good enough situation on improvement. They still get paid the full shebang. Apparently, what the Players Association is looking for is protections as far as the virus itself, COVID-19. But the government was already planning to. They wanted to delay the season just a month so they could get every single player the vaccine. They were gonna have a process for that, but now that's kind of up in the air on that. But I don't know. There's another delay already for pro sports, which doesn't take place for a few more months. But spring training takes place soon. But we'll see how that goes. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Um, Patty, I need to get a drink. I'm in somewhere. All right, I won't say that, but yep. I hear you. I hear you. I almost wanted to drink this morning myself. I wanted to crack a beer open instead of the coffee maker, but I can't. I got to work again later, so I'll make this my poison. So no, what's the next bit? Oh my God, this one you're gonna love. This one you're gonna fucking love this one. I gotta bring it up first. This lady is fucking driving me bananas. All right, and I've only watched a few things of hers because I haven't really been watching much about the current presidency. I'm just not much of a news guy. I don't get to watch the news enough. So I catch up on videos here and there. But this one, of course, she's driving me nuts. Fucking batshit what she's driving me. I try to listen to things on different topics, and this is what I get. So I found this video which describes her perfectly. Let's get to that. Yeah, I got too many options here. All right, there we go. Oh, so I thought it was. Oh my goodness. There you go.
I'll circle back if there's more I can share with you. I'll circle back with you if there's more to convey. I'll have to just circle back with you. We can circle back. I'm happy to circle back with you. I can circle back. I will have to circle back on that one. That's an excellent question. Oh, such an important question. We will circle back with you, and we'll circle back with you. It's an interesting question, but we'll circle back. I'm happy to circle back, but I'll have to circle back with you on it. It's a good question, but we'll circle back with you on this today. We will certainly circle back with you more directly.
Yeah, she can't. Oops, there you go. Sorry, but she can't answer the fucking question if her life depended on it. That is just fucking pathetic. She dodges every question. She comes completely and totally unprepared. I saw plenty of things. You know what? If anything, she reminds me of the popular movie Clueless. If you watch it, when she does answer a question, she's not sure. She's got her little binder of all the different, basically ongoing topics. So, I think we talked about that the other day. So she'll flip back to the pages. I don't have that here. Well, let me talk to our team. We'll get back to it. You should know this shit. You're the press secretary. You're supposed to be on top of everything you can be by basically getting your nose into everything the president's doing. And it's really easy to do that if you're the press secretary. You know what I mean? Obviously, you're not up his butt the whole time. So, no, you're not going to know every little bit. But every time the president has a meeting, okay, hey, Joe, what happened here? All right, blah, blah, blah. And he'll tell you, at least give you the gist of the conversation. And then, you ask a couple of questions. So you look like you know what the fuck you're talking about when the press asks. She dodges so many questions. I don't have an answer for this. I don't have an answer for that. And, we'll have to circle back. Let's circle back on that one. If you're going to do that over and over, and constantly don't have an answer, constantly looking in your binder for the answer, you are not prepared. I don't know what the fuck you did the night before, but you are you're the president's press secretary. You need to be prepared. It's kind of like going to school and having a test the next day. Be prepared. Be prepared. Now, because of sound issues, I'm gonna circle back on this one. All right. Here's a fucking trio right here. Real fucking class act. The Three Stooges, we'll call them. All right. This happened out here in Massachusetts, Framingham, Massachusetts. These three idiots will gonna go left to right there. I can't remember the first name, so I don't can't remember any of the names now I think about it. Yeah, the first name Michael. The first one's Michael Rodriguez. The third one on the right is Mr. Strickland, Chickering, and the female was a Bianca. I can't remember her last name. Sorry, I had this in my news. My desk is a mess, and I'm more worried about my fucking coffee right now. But these three idiots, when you're idiots like this, you don't really deserve that kind of fanfare. Like, oh, my name and I'm on the news, or I'm on a stupid podcast and somebody talking about me. No, you don't get that fanfare. These three idiots, I believe it was Bianca that was driving, crashed her fucking car into a snowbank, right, during a snowstorm. There's plows and stuff, and this is in Framingham, which is a small, mid-sized city here in Massachusetts, and causing a traffic jam pretty much right downtown. So they're trying to shovel them out or whatever. The officer looked at, they buried in the snowbank. They're not getting it out. We need to get a tow truck because we need to get it out of here. There's plows backing up. We need to, they need to clear things up. So the officer calls the tow truck. These three are getting pissed off that the officer won't help them shovel them out. The officer's too busy directing traffic around it. So then the tow truck shows up. They want to tow the car. So these three idiots get upset. Nope, you're not towing the car. You're not towing the car. They interfere with the tow truck operator. All that. Create a scene. They aren't getting arrested. Mr. Rodriguez here, the one on the left, he had a switchblade or a sling blade, whatever you want to call it, spring-loaded. Blade shoots up when you hit the button. Which here in Massachusetts are illegal. A lot of states, they are illegal, but every state's a little different on the rules. In Massachusetts, anything that looks scary is against the law. Welcome to Massachusetts. Anything that looks scary is against the law. And, same thing with, like, a car. You can't have your tinted windows. You can't put one of those popcorn machine fucking mufflers on it, which everybody does. You can't have those loud exhausts. Because in Massachusetts, you're not allowed to modify your vehicle in any way, shape, or form from the original manufacturer's specs. People still do it. But it's still a legitimate reason, by law, a legitimate reason for the police to pull you over. So if you're an idiot or a dope, you still do it and you get pulled over, then you're still an idiot or a dope and you get what you deserve. But I had to share that again because they were just such morons. They kind of deserve that. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Okay. And now, words from Mr. Wonderful. I don't know if anyone saw this. Oh, I hope I still have it. Son of a bitch. I have Mr. Wonderful yesterday, or the day before, the whole Robin Hood stuff. He was voicing his stuff on that, but he also had a great video on our dear, not so dear friend, AOC. Let's see. Hold on. Get that fired over here. Hold on. All right. Let me put that up for you right there. And let's see what he has to say. He's got a smart one.
Hey, Mr. Wonderful here. I want to talk about fashion. I want to talk about capitalism. I want to talk about socialism. I want to talk about gross margins. Let me show you something. Check this out. I look spectacular in this. I was walking on the beach earlier today, right out there. See that? Everybody wants to buy this off me. I got this from the official AOC site. Now let's talk about gross margins. Check this out. Yep, official AOC shop. I paid $67.22 for this. I'm gonna guess she lands this, or basically for $6. It's fleeceware and $5 for shipping. That's 85% gross margin. That's spectacular. Listen, you know what this proves? Inside of every socialist, there's a capitalist screaming to get out. AOC, call me. We could blow this thing up together. We could make a fortune. I only want 7% royalty. That's being reasonable. Call me.
That is awesome. I had to play that. And as she said, it cost $60 for the sweatshirt. It was it's $58 actually for the sweatshirt. And it was $9 something for shipping. And I brought this up because the article, I found based off of this was she was taking a lot of criticism by Republicans because she's charging that the part tax the rich, and then it's got AOC in the bottom of it, right? Above the tax the rich thing is already a sweatshirt. It's already on the market in other sites or whatever, generic sites and stuff. You can get that tax the rich, and it's like 20, 25, 27 bucks. You can get that sweatshirt for, and she's charging $58 for it plus shipping, and that's why Mr. Wonderful here pointed out those profit margins. People are buying this shit. Of course, he can afford it. He's just doing it for the humor in it. But I had to point that out. It's just how is that one of our wonderful politicians in Washington who criticizes everything rich people do is generating the kind of cash flow she has. She's got a war chest of millions, and then but yet she just shits on everybody. But I had to show that. I thought that was good. He did have another great video recently of him. That I believe it was actually the same day because he still has that sweatshirt on. I mean, the guy was on fire that day. Bring that one up too. Now this is where he addresses Robin Hood, right? So how the big man versus the little man, and it's a very good one actually, and he's quite accurate. Trying to get everything set up for you guys. All right, let me bring it over here. There we go.
So what's really going on is the democratization of the entire global stock market. And the way to really make this fair for everybody, big or small, is total transparency. If you're short the stock and maybe make the rule 5% of the float, you got to post it, and then everybody that's cruising around looking for you is going to find you.
There you go.
It'll make you think twice before doing that. Good or bad, it's transparent. That's what matters. But the power of the little guy now has been proven. And the way you prove power on Wall Street is money. When you force a firm to lose billions of dollars, you've got power, baby. That's exactly what you've got. And that's exactly what happened. Millions of small guys ganged up on the big guys and wiped them out. I still get a kick out of it. I think it's just fantastic. This is really the power of social media and why we should protect it. It just shows you, it gives power to everybody. It's democracy, it's a voice. It's a chance to shine, even if you're a single candle. That's what the whole deal is about. And together, it's a bright light. That's the whole deal right there. Yeah, I'm getting a workout here, I gotta tell you. So what?
So you get that? I like that. And one of the things, if you ever watch Shark Tank, like many people have, Mr. Wonderful, he's like the most loved but most hated. And I say that because, honestly, he speaks the truth. And, here's he's a perfect example. He knows what's going on. And, the guy himself, like many of the other sharks in Shark Tank, built their own wealth from the ground up. None of those sharks came from rich families. They all built themselves up. So I think that says a lot about that show. And here with Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary, he knows he's paying attention to everything. And so, he knows he fights for the little guy, whether you believe it or not, because he knows the little guy has just as much right to go up there, but to build up. But he also knows that the big guy will crush if they can get that chance. But, if you're not careful, here comes the little guy. And as he brought up with Robin Hood, perfect example. But that's another thing I think many people have criticized recently is the Robin Hood. Although I haven't checked the GameStop value today. If anyone knows what that is, I'd love to know it. But yeah, woo. Hi, David. What's going on? David Hernandez. I know people are checking in. I'm trying to, okay, I got fucking Windows galore. But yeah, I had to share that again because I just knew that that was a good point as far as Robin Hood. And it's not fair because, people jumped on because of Reddit. Remember, if you know about the whole story, Reddit, online forum community, in there's a, I can't remember the name. It's like a Wall Streeter forum. And they talk about all these different stocks, whatever. Well, one conversation about GameStop got really hot and fired up. And that's what caused the spike. A lot of the small guys buying bits and pieces. And the other day I showed a story with a boy, a 10-year-old, 9 or 10-year-old boy, Jaden, who received a $60 um, investment in GameStop that his mother bought him for Kwanzaa. And a Kwanzaa has 6 or 7 different, forgive me, I'm not familiar with Kwanzaa, but they had 6 or 7 different parts of it where you learn different things in life. And in this particular one, it was financial responsibility. And that's why the mother bought this $60 certificate of stock. So that investment, which was probably 10 shares, because it was like $6 a share or something like that at that time, went from the $60 value to $4,500 value. But they were smart. The boy was smart. Cashed out of that, and then took about 2/3 of that and put it into the other hit game that kids are playing now, Roblox, and that, while growing slower than GameStop, has been growing nicely. So he put money into that, and then probably banked the other money for savings for school or something like that. I don't know, but I thought that was really cool. And then there was another story of a 36-year-old single father, who was took money from his savings account, $4,500, and invested in GameStop because he read about it on Reddit. So he's like, you know what? I'll throw my money at it because, hey, if I just want to earn a couple of bucks, great, So he put the $4,500 in it, and then last I knew, I don't know what the price is at today, but last I knew, his value was almost pushing $1.3 million. So he took a $4,500 investment from his savings account. He drained his money because he only makes like $35 grand a year. I forget what his job was. But he took a huge chunk out of his savings, if not all, put it into that. Now has a $1.3 million valuation on paper, anyway. But where he cashed out at some point, who knows? Last I knew in that story, he was holding on to it because he believed that it was going to go up a little more, which obviously it kept going up. But I think, and that's pretty easy to do. If you're looking at 1.3 million and you're like, shit, I'll wait. You know what? You can, because you only put 4,500 in. So you know what? You watch it. You set whatever limit you want, a safeguard of downfall, and then once you start seeing it come back down, you know what? That's where it is. Boom, I'll cash out. I got my 1.2 million, whatever. I tried to make it 1.5, 2 million. I didn't, but I still have $1 million over my $4,500 investment. Perfect, right? So you can't, if you're not greedy, you can do the GameStop thing really well. I wish I did it. I wish I had a coin right now to do it. I would have done it. But if you jump in on now, it's useless. You cannot jump in on it now because the price is already too high. If you bought it when I think it was like $6.50 at the low point, or $4, I don't know. The company's like bankrupt, or borderline bankrupt. I don't know if they claim bankruptcy, but they're borderline bankrupt. They had shuttered a bunch of stores because of the decline, because of online shopping and stuff like that. But I do think that for GameStop, the closing of Toys R Us last year, the year before, kind of helped them a little bit, because now that was one place that people went to get some of their video games and stuff like that. So, but as other brick and mortars closed, that kind of helped them. But I think it's barely enough just to keep them afloat. Everyone does everything online now. If anything, GameStop should try to work more to be maybe the Amazon of video games. That'd be a better way to put it. So another story I saw, and this is like fucking pathetic, man. This is Olivia Newton-John, right? The 1978 film Grease. Everyone remembers that, right? Don't make me sing a song. Don't make me sing it. Nope. Beauty School Dropout. Anyway, and this movie, right, made in 1978. Olivia Newton-John has been getting some flack from some of her fans, calling the movie sexist and rapey and all that. And I'm like, how is it this film that is, 40 plus years old, right? 42 something years old, 43 years old, suddenly now is sexist? It's a classic hit. I mean, high schools, middle schools, probably some elementary schools have had plays based off of this, musical plays based off of Grease. It is a huge sensation still today, with Broadway shows and plays, musicals all around the country, or the world, actually. And so, but people are lashing out at her, saying that how Grease is rapey and shit. That's bullshit. But I mean, this is where we are, and it goes back to I started to talk yesterday. I know we had the sound issues about parenting. These are fucking kids are snowflakes. This is where words hurt, bullshit, and this is where they look at this. Oh my god, that's terrible. Blah blah blah. You know, and I slowly starting to see the backpedaling of parenting today, which I like, and I think other people are going to agree with me. Is that there was a gap between like when people my age, say between late 30s to 50, okay, late 30s to 50 were brought up, you know, if you mouth off to your parent, you got whacked, you know. And I'm not saying beat. You know, some people always got beat. Some people got the belt, whatever. But you know, mom and dad didn't mind giving you a little dope slap, a little smarten up type thing, or just simply hold you more accountable. You know, you felt many kids grew up without ever getting whacked once, but knew that mom and dad were going to be pissed off and there were consequences. Then there's this gap, probably not the current generation, but like the kids, not really the kids that are 13 today, but maybe the folks that are like 20 to 30, that range. They lost, you know, mom never told them no type thing. They have all lost all respect. They have no idea. They're all nothing but entitlement. So, and I think what I say backpedaling by parents is today the kids, the youth, seem to be a little more in line, not much, but a little more in line with the way we were brought up. You know, so the 20-something-year-olds are still a challenge. The younger kids, I think parents are bringing them back a bit as far as discipline. Parents are like, you know, this shit's getting out of hand. You got to hold your kid accountable. You know, it has to be consequences for shit because we spent too long seeing that there wasn't consequences for shit, and that's where we get, you know, concerns with like police shootings and stuff because you know your kid who's 22 is going out robbing a store, and then you blame the police. Why the fuck is a 22-year-old robbing a store? That's not the police's fault. It's your kid's fault. And if you're going to sit there and defend your kid for robbing a store, it's now the parent's fault because you're a shitty parent. Don't defend a kid who commits a crime, hurts other people, mistreats other people, steals, lies. Don't support that shit. And if you do support that and stand up for your kid, that's a problem. But yeah, today, Christine chiming in. Today's kids are a lot different than before. You know, it's I think today we're parents are getting back into tune with the older day parenting. Obviously, we just have to deal with the other issues like YouTube videos. You know, kids on their phone or tablet all day long. You know, where like when we were kids, video games just came out. We had video games, yes, but you know what? We kind of really had a fair split of our time. We go and play video games for an hour or two, or whatever. Then we're out riding our bike, or the other way, ride your bike for a while. Then before you go to bed, you play video games for a little bit. Now it's like all video games. Bikes sit outside, get rusted. Kids don't ride bikes anymore unless they're forced to, and you know that's just a simple fact. And if you take their phone away, you're committed the crime, which is good. That's the parenting part. You know what? If your kid fucking misbehaves, take their phone away. That's you know, and that's like remember back in the day, you get punished. You know, it was that period of time where your kid got punished, sent to his room. That's not a punishment. Everything the kid loves is in his fucking room. Video games, probably a TV, computer now, yeah, everything. The toys, depending what age, right? Toys, everything. Everything's in their fucking room. That's not a punishment. A punishment would be, hey, you know what? Go hang out in the family den downstairs, wherever, you know, whatever room that has nothing in it. That's a fucking punishment. You know, no TV, no nothing. Go stay down there for a while, grab a book. That is punishment. You know, it's just mind-boggling. And you know, I'm all fired up. All fired up for no reason at all. Now going back to Madam Clueless, Jen Psaki, the White House press secretary. I do have something else to show on that because this is a perfect example of what I was saying earlier about her not knowing what the fuck we're talking about when coming into a press conference. Let me just get it queued up for you. All right. My mouse, I think I need a new battery for it. I'll move it to it. There you
Go ahead. Oh, wait, I promised you. Go ahead.
Thanks, Jen. FEMA has requested active duty troops be used at vaccination centers when they get stood up across the country. Does the White House support that request?
I did ask our team about this. You or someone else may have asked about this the other day, and I think I have something on it here. One moment. Thanks for your patience. Lots to say about COVID, no doubt about it. So, let's see. Let me talk to our team about it. I know I've seen that request from FEMA. Obviously, part of our objective is ensuring that we have.
They're really showing themselves to do really well. Come on, man.
Right? Perfect. Oh my God. And there's one more bit. I'm going to close this out with one more item I know of in the news. You all remember Mr. Good Old David Hogg. He's the kid that was in the Parkland school. He was a victim of the Parkland school shooting, which, of course, then it turned out to be a whole bunch of, Jesus, was he even there? That was a huge question for a long time. Remember that? He was, what they call, I forget the definition. Some type of actor, for a crisis actor. The crisis actor, he jumped out in front of the media and became popular all over the place and shit on everybody for everything. For what they didn't do. So now he has proposed in a tweet, he is starting up a business that competes with, get this, MyPillow. He is starting a pillow business and will be competing with MyPillow. And he says what he wants to do is, he had a tweet on it as far as making the pillow, making the pillow company accountable. And he had this whole outline of bullshit. But he has said also that he's going to hire former convicted felons, all that. He's going to hire released convicts, which that's okay. I mean, if you're working your inmates, they need jobs. That's good. But I think he's taking a fight directly to, what's his name there? Lindell, the MyPillow, Mike Lindell, the CEO of MyPillow, Mike Lindell. He's kind of challenging him because Mike Lindell is a avid Trump supporter, but Hogg is not. Hogg is complete, far left as you can get, lib. And so he came out with this. I don't know where he's getting the funding from, but he is launching this company, and he is going to start. His goal is to compete directly with MyPillow, and he is working with another entrepreneur for it. So I guess somebody else putting the money up for him, and their main goal is simply to put MyPillow out of business. So MyPillow, a lot of people don't like that. The pillow, period. I've heard a lot of people not liking the pillow, or whatever. But I just thought that was the point. He's doing it politically, personally motivated to target Lindell, just to boot him out. Which, fine. You know what? Fucking Lindell made his millions already, and honestly, I don't even think he actually owns the company. He's sold so many shares of it. He only had a small stake in it. So, I mean, he compete with MyPillow, but, Mike there has made his money already. And major chains, was it Bed Bath & Beyond, Kohl's, and a few others dropped MyPillow products. Well, Bed Bath & Beyond went out of business anyway, so if there's any open, there's very few. They went bankrupt, so who gives a shit? But they dropped it. For MyPillow, most of the business was online. I mean, in stores helps, yeah. But as far as some of those major chains not carrying them, I don't see that as a huge deal for that company. But they got into the stores because of the online sales. And like I said, he was planning to hire formerly incarcerated Americans. The website will be up in a couple of weeks for the new company. I don't know if there's a name for it. Let's see, Mike. Yeah, they don't see the cool name. They haven't figured it out yet. They're still trying to early stages. They haven't figured out a whole name for it yet. Yeah. So, but a lot of it is just like I said, targeting My Pillow, and Hogg, who's been a outspoken advocate for reforming gun laws, and finding some other uh, groups and organizations, gun control or student-led gun control organization, student-led gun control organization. That I don't know, especially for school kids, high school kids. In most states, a kid can't own a gun. But hey, good for you. I don't know. I'm lost with this whole Hog kid. But that's it. That's all I got. I'm fucking pissed off because I'm fucking tired and I need more of my fucking coffee. I really need some fucking booze to calm down, but I didn't got that, and so there's no booze for me. I am gonna share one funny fucking song. I played it last week. I'm gonna play it again. Some of you might get grossed out by it, but I think it's hilarious and it's a great way to close out my fucking show today. All right. Yep, it's a music video by Scuzz Twitly. I love this guy. I got some of his music on my phone. Scuzz Twitly's got all kinds of funny parody type songs. They're originals too, not like knockoffs of anybody. So it's definitely worth the listen. So for now, folks, I'm Bumpa. This is another edition of the Daily Pissah Morning Show. Come back. We'll be here Monday morning. If you have any stories, cool memes, etc., send them to me and we'll discuss. Till then, adios, amigos.
Down in freaking chicken and some deep fried pickle chips from the corner of my eye. Saw those mighty hefty hips. Her laugh was big and bony with a cheery cherub grin. Giant jitter and jiggling, touching, she rocked a double chin. Big, round, thick and wide, she was a 300-pound mustache ride. Pounding beers and whiskey shots, we started cutting loose. Got a ticket on that gravy train to ride the big caboose. I laid back in her trailer, and she plopped down on my mug. We listened to Winona while I mussed her juicy rug. Deep, dark, wet inside, she was a 300-pound mustache ride. But when I woke up in the morning, my back was feeling weak. My neck hurt like a son of a bitch, something was fucking sweet. I went down to the doctor and he sadly shook his head. My redneck was wrecked, my spine was hanging by a thread. He said, I'm gonna have to cut you, boy, your bones are a disgrace. Too many chunky chicks have been sitting on your face. We'll get you feeling better, but you better slow it down. Keep your pussy eating under 250 pounds. Sweet, plump, Dixie fried, she was a 300-pound mustache ride. Tons of fun, but I damn near died. She was a 300-pound mustache ride.
All right, that's it, folks. Have a great day. I'm Bumpa, and that was Scuzz Twitly, 300-pound mustache ride. Find him on YouTube. I had to share that. That was hilarious. Until then, it's Friday. Have a great weekend, motherfuckers. I'll see you Monday. Like I said, if you have any funny stories or anything, send them my way. Until then, I'm out. Peace out, bitches.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.